بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فسبحان الله حين تمسون وحين تصبحون. So exalted is Allah when you reach the evening and when you reach the morning. وَلَهُ الْحَمْدُ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَعَشِيًّا وَحِينَ تُظْهِرُونَ. And to Him is due.
Verses 30-21 beautifully describes the essence of marriage. What it is talking about, the comfort, the compassion, the mercy that spouses bring to each other. We are witnessing from our beloved couple here for the past 5 decades. They experience this reality in their life. We have
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum everyone, good evening. Thanks for joining. So I met my parents 47 years ago. It wasn't at a fish market like the next town. It was at a hospital, I believe, somewhere in Nagarcoil. But, look, first of all, I want to thank everyone for joining. This is a very special occasion for my parents, the rest of the family, and all the friends here as well. So really, really appreciate this. I was telling a colleague of mine, last week about what we are doing this weekend, and they said, "Wow, 50 years, that's incredible. You don't see that anymore, right? It's not something, I think we take it granted in the Indian community and the Muslim community. It's almost expected, but it's, it is very rare to see that. So I want to really specifically call that out and really congratulate my parents for being able to do that for the last 50 years. And as somebody who's been married for 21, I'll tell you it's not easy. Just don't tell my wife that. But anyway, so I woke up this morning and I sort of woke up in a panic because I didn't have anything prepared. So I'm going to kind of wing this, so please be patient. So look, as I was thinking through sort of my life with, obviously my parents and my parents being together, I thought about sort of what they really taught me over the last, 47 years. And the first thing that comes to mind is the concept of sacrifice, right? So, my parents, they started their journey in India. They lived in Bangalore before I was born. And then they moved to Abu Dhabi. They lived in Dubai after that, and then they moved to Dallas. By the time they moved to Dallas, they were in their mid-40s, right? So probably even late 40s for my dad. And I'm in my late 40s now. And so if you think about that, they moved across the world. When it's not at an age when it's not easy to do that, right? So you're not, I'm not young anymore, and I don't see myself doing that anytime soon. So it's a huge sacrifice. They did that not because they wanted a better life. They did that because they wanted a better life for their kids. Right? Specifically me, I was going to graduate school. My sister was in middle school, I think, and they just wanted a better life for both of us. And so, I really want to call that out. This is something I think about all the time, right? So, my wife and I talk about how much we do for our kids, and the first thing that comes to mind is what my parents did for me, and that's something we try to do for our boys. Although they don't appreciate that right now, I think. So that's one. The second thing is around just the concept of work, right? So the work ethic. I remember when I was a child, some of my dad's colleagues would come to me and say, your dad is really well respected at work. He's really hardworking. And I was like, why are you telling me this? So I think what they were trying to do was, I was quite the opposite. So I was, really bad at school, not very focused. And I think they were trying to encourage me. But at the end of the day, that's something that stuck with me for the last, 35 years since I was told that. And it's really affected the way I approach my career, my work at home, and how I that sense of work ethic has really, really sunk in for me, and that's something I really hold dear, and something that my parents have really set an example for. I mean, my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and she was very sort of diligent at home, right? She was like, constantly making sure that the kids were all right, and it's a very tough job, so I really want to appreciate both of them and for taking care of us. And now you may ask, like, how is this related to sort of being, married for 50 years? I think the two concepts are, it's not just about work or raising kids. I think hard work and sacrifice and patience are the core of any successful marriage, right? It takes a lot of work. I appreciate all the things you said, but it's not rosy every day, and we know that, right? So it takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of sacrifice for each other, for your kids, your family, friends, and that's how I want to sort of tie it together. It really sort of touched me very deeply, and it's something that has influenced how I treat my family and friends. So thank you both for that experience and teaching us to sort of live our lives better. And thank you all for joining us.
Thank you guys for the kind words. At this time, I would invite Adnan and Farha Barnett to speak the word.
No, thank you. It's okay.
I put your name on.
I took it off.
Assalamualaikum everyone. I don't think I could beat my brother. Alright, well thank you all for joining us today to celebrate an incredible milestone. 50 years of marriage, commitment, and unwavering partnership. It truly is a blessing to be able to stand here before you as we mark this achievement. Mom and Dad, I am filled with so much love and appreciation for you both. 50 years of marriage is not an easy accomplishment, nor is it an easy one. Your journey from the day you first met until today has been extraordinary. You have built a life rooted in faith and mutual respect, and unfortunately, many do not make it this far together. Your marriage has been a testament to the importance of family and community. Whether it was making sure we kept our traditions alive or showing hospitality to others, you've shown me that family and community are at the heart of a meaningful life. Your generosity and hospitality are known to all, and it is something I always strive to emulate. As we celebrate you tonight, I want to thank you, Mom and Dad, for everything that you've done for our family and for all of the sacrifices you've made to give us the best life possible. Your love, wisdom, and your faith are the greatest gifts you've given to me. May you both be blessed in good health, long life, and many more years of happiness together. Congratulations on 50 years of marriage.
Assalamu alaikum, friends and family. We're all here today to recognize and celebrate father and mother-in-law for 50 years of marriage. I personally think that one of the best ways to do so is to fully contextualize 50 years and what that means. So I did some research and wanted to share a few examples that I found especially relevant to why we've all gathered here today. 50 years is the life expectancy of the African elephant, a creature synonymous with virtues such as strength, but also gentleness, wisdom, and resilience. 50 years can encompass the entirety of the average working person's career, a time frame that equates to just under 100,000 working hours. That's time spent dedicated to growth, learning new skills, and reaping the benefits of your labor. 50 years is roughly the length of an economic cycle, and how long it takes to transition between the phases of expansion, stability, and recession. These are the inevitable and unavoidable highs and lows that are the reality of an ever-changing world. Lastly, 50 years is 10 times the combined age of my children, Zara and Isaac, whose bond has enriched our lives in ways more profound than I can put into words here tonight. So Mom and Dad, congrats on 50 years.
Thank you.
Thank you, Farah and Mariam. So now I'd like to invite Razia and Absaruddin. Zia.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are all here. We are happy to be here to celebrate Habib Uncle and Jalil Auntie's 50 years of togetherness. What an incredible journey. Habib Uncle and Jalil Auntie, they are very, very close to me. I was very new to US, just joined Ericsson. During my visit to Dallas for a training, I met Habib Uncle and Jalil Auntie. That was the first visit. Didn't feel that it was our first meeting. We felt like we knew forever. I mean, I don't know how it happened. I got my family, and it's been more than 26 years, and our bond is still strong. Very close. I come from India, away from family, and I'm the youngest at home. My parents were kind of worried, and like especially Muslim family goes send the girls alone to foreign, and when they knew Uncle and Auntie, they were like, okay, they were so happy. They felt like I think maybe safe. I understand how they felt because that time we don't realize it, but now I realize it. Whenever I felt homesick, I would visit them. Whenever I needed guidance, I would seek from them. Or just to have family time or good food, Auntie, I would meet them, right? Uncle, Auntie, I feel fortunate to know you and thank Allah for this connection with you. May Almighty bless you and bless us all. Happy anniversary to an extraordinary couple. Thank you Allah for the blessing.
May peace, mercy and the blessings of Allah be upon you. How did Afsar become a part of Habib Uncle and Jalila Auntie family? It was beginning of year 2001. I got a call from Habib Uncle to ask me about my professional personal life in the context of getting English tourism. We instantly hit it off and connected well thanks to our shared cultural family values and have been in each other's lives since then. It has been wonderful to know Habib Uncle and Jalila Auntie, who have been great source of wisdom for us whenever we needed them. Alhamdulillah, we have been blessed to know and be part of their family for more than 23 years. It's an accomplishment and blessing to have an amazing and wonderful marriage of 50 years through all the phases of life together. Congratulations on your Golden Jubilee, Habib Uncle and Jalila Auntie. Wishing you both many more years of companionship and marital bliss together. May Allah bless you both and all our families with His grace, guidance and mercy on this special day and always. Amen.
Thank you so much. Now I would like to invite Nizar Noor Mohammed, the cousin of Farha, is here. He has been running around this afternoon doing a lot of stuff. So I would like to hear from him.
Thank you. It's Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Speaking first is easy, speaking last is really difficult. We pretty much spoke everything about my uncle and aunt, so it's not going to be easy coming up with points, but at the end of the day, I need to give a presentation, and of course they did ask me to speak, so I had to honor their request. So yeah, the first thing I would like to say is I would like to congratulate my uncle and aunt for their 50 years golden jubilee. I really love the way they've carried themselves over the years, at least from the time I was born. I know them from my childhood, and I've always seen them as my parents too. So that's how the deep connections that we've had. We've been in other parts of the world. My uncle used to travel a lot, like my cousin mentioned, Rajan. So yeah, they do travel a lot, and guess what? Who benefits when people travel a lot? The children. No, not necessarily, even the nephews. Every time they go, they ask me, what do you need? I get a lot of chocolates. I used to be in India, a lot of chocolates. And then I used to see some kind of movies, and I asked them, I keep a list. So every time they call me, I say, what do you need? I need a Batman t-shirt, or maybe a Spider-Man t-shirt. And that's how they used to bring it for me too. All the toys, not only for me, for my brother and my sister too. So that used to be a lot of fun. Apart from that, I'm pretty new to the US. I just came here on the 8th of May this year. I haven't been to this part of the world. I've traveled a lot otherwise. But then the day I landed, I called in my Periyata and Terima, that's what I called them. And I asked them, okay, so the function is there, and I booked my tickets on the day I came here, so the same day. So I wanted to make sure I want to be part of this function. And I should really thank Allah for that, for giving me this opportunity to be amongst all of us, and then ensuring that we celebrate along with them. So that's really helpful. And then apart from that, yeah, I used to call them Big Mommy and Big Daddy, if you know. Because she's actually my mom's sister. So that's the elder sister of my mom. So I used to call her Big Mommy and Big Daddy. But as days progressed, I was like, okay, this doesn't sound too good, but maybe I call them Periyata and Terima. It's actually the same, but in my language in Tamil. So yeah, that is how it used to be. And then it was a very good opportunity. But I used to live in Scotland. My Periyata and Terima, that was about 13 years ago, along with Farha, if you remember Farha. They were traveling to India, and then they really wanted to meet me. So they actually came to Scotland, and that was during the time that used to be this French festival. And you know what? The same day when we actually planned for a dinner during their anniversary, that was the 37th anniversary, 13 years ago in 2011. And there was this great festival in Scotland where they had this fireworks, if you remember. It was lovely actually. We noticed the fireworks, and then we went for the dinner. So that's something that I cannot forget, but that was really a nice blessing that Allah has given us during that occasion. Then last but not the least, I definitely want to say that since I'm here, I would definitely wish them in person. But my parents, unfortunately, they couldn't come here. They're in the other part of the world in India. And they did convene me to pass on your wishes to you both. And of course, they wanted to make sure, and we all want to ensure and ask Allah dua that we all have good health, and including yourselves. And hope this goes on, and inshallah may Allah make it work. Ameen. Thank you.
Thank you, Nazar. Welcome to United States anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time. What is the secret behind the 50 years? How we can achieve that milestone? Let's hear it from the couple, our honored couple here. I would like to welcome Habib and Jalila to give the secret how we can achieve that milestone. Let's hear it from them.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, my dear friends and family. Thank you for all being here to celebrate this incredible milestone in our lives with us. To my beloved partner, Jalila, thank you for being my rock, my confidant, and my best friend for the last 50 years. I still remember the day we exchanged garlands and we were pronounced man and wife in Nagarkoil, Kanyakumari. That day I inherited a new set of family whom I have never met, and that includes Jalila herself. Yeah, together we have built a beautiful family, achieved our dreams, and supported each other through thick and thin. If there is one thing I have learned, is that love is not just about the big events and moments in life, but the small, everyday acts of kindness. Thank you thank you all, family and friends, for the unwavering support. Enjoy the delightful food. We will have a small break for our prayer, and then we can start the dinner soon after that. It will be like 10 minutes. Have a wonderful evening and enjoy yourself. Thank you.
So, yeah, who want to pray? We are going to...
Thanks to Kargalana who introduced me to Jalila. The introduction is that, oh, this is Jalila. You can have her in your executive committee. That's how Kargalana introduced me. I don't know anything about Jalila at that point, but it is a blessing to have her in our team. She won't behave like for her age at all. She is always with us, doing everything with us. And the most important thing is, I asked her, why your community people are not in our Tamil Sangam? I asked her, and she said, you need to let them know that they're all included. I said, I'm for it, let's do it. And she took me, you won't believe it, how many get-togethers, lunches, I went with Jalila. She took me into the community, and we did celebrate Eid for them in 2018 in NTS. It was amazing, and that's all credit goes to Jalila. She is such a wonderful person who was able to pull it, and everybody who attended enjoyed the biryani the most. Okay, and I promised that I will come like you during the time, and I dressed up. But so it was a fun time together, and during Fetna, it was Jalila and Agare together for all the the events. We all were very interested in the main events, but they did all the events which were happening in the parallel sessions, and they pulled it together beautifully. So Jalila is so capable, and it was in good hands of both powerful women. So it happened. I was so blessed to have Jalila in our team, and I wanted to talk about Habib uncle because he's absolutely the support for her. Right? A lady can succeed only with the support of her better half. I can say it because my husband does it to me all the time. Everybody knows Gomati, and nowadays only people are hardly saying Sharat. But without Sharat, Gomati cannot come out at all. And he encouraged me. Same way I see Habib uncle, he pushed her in front. And I'm so proud of you, uncle. It's like you're being a role model for many husbands, how you can encourage your wife like this. So it's so powerful, and thanks a lot for doing that for Jalila, giving her, when the MC was saying, hey, she's a celebrity. It is true, because Habib uncle made it happen. So let's give a big round of applause for this wonderful couple, and thanks for the opportunity.